2016 MasterCraft X-26. This thing is in black and white. I don't know if that's what MasterCraft calls it, but this one's in black and white, and it's kind of got that Surf Edition graphic with kind of the wood grain look to it on the outside, so that's cool. On the back, we got a teak platform option on here. It does have the Gen 2 surf system. Underneath, we also have blue underwater lights shining out right now. But this thing is massive. Room for 18 people. As you can see on the interior, we've got those cool rear seats on the MasterCrafts. You see on pretty much all their newer models. The seat back also flips up, so you got a bunch of back support, super comfy. Up on the tower, got standard MasterCraft clamping board racks, bimini top, 4 tower speakers. There's JL 7.7s and 8.8s up there. And yeah, this is just a big surf machine, room for the whole crew, with a lot of cool features on the interior. So let's go ahead and hop inside here in just a second. Oh, and lastly, obviously pickle fork bow, but there is a bow ladder on there too, which is cool. All right, so let's go ahead and hop inside this beautiful X-26. All right, we are on the inside of the X-26. We have kind of a sandy beige as our main vinyl. I don't know what MasterCraft calls these colors, so I'm just gonna call them what I think they should be called. So bear with me. And we have that in like a mocha brown, like a darker brown, coffee brown. And we have black accent piping just around some of the edges. Interior looks immaculate on this thing. It's only got 98 hours, so not a ton of use, but in really, really nice shape. Let's start around the back. It does have a teak platform, so it kind of has that classic look to it, with rear seats in the back. So you've got a couple seats. They have the headrests that actually pop up like so, and they drop back flat if you want to use them. Actually, what's underneath there? And then there's a step pad there. So if you have the seat flipped up, you can walk through from the dock, for example, without stepping on the material. Cup holders. You have a nice step leading you on up into the interior. There's also a stereo transom remote in the back. Same thing on this side. Leading us down into the interior, there is a spot for a ski pylon to go in. The pylon is actually stows under the back here. Before we step down into the interior, tower. It is a manual fold. It folds down or backwards. Has the clamping style board racks you see on all the MasterCrafts. And we also have JL tower speakers up top. And it's a mix of speakers. The outer are the 8.8s. The inner are the 7.7s. We also have a bimini top up here as well. Let's step on down into this thing. Tons of seating. Obviously, it's the biggest boat MasterCraft makes. It's gonna have a lot of room. So capacity on this is, what is it? Oh shoot, 18 people. So yeah, you can fit your whole squad in this thing. The flooring is Decadence. It's kind of a soft mat to step on, but it's not like mounted or snapped in, just kind of rests there. Real quick, let's hop open into the engine hatch. There we go, get some leverage here. This whole hatch comes up. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. All right, so we have the 7.4 liter Ilmor in here. I should have looked up the horsepower specs, but I believe this is like the Mac Daddy motor from Ilmor. It's 98 hours. It's freshly serviced. You can see we have the plug and play bags here in the back. The hard tanks are over here on the sides. Those are piggybacked onto those. You can see a couple ballast pumps there in the very back. And then there's that ski pylon I was talking about. So really not any storage back here, just your motor and ballast. Drop that back down. All right. Back seats, kind of contoured, so you can kind of tuck in tight back in that corner. It's super comfy. Flipping under here, we've got, I think these are sunshades for the bimini top. So you've got those there. Heater outlet, so this does have the heater on it. Yeah, yeah, just some storage under there. Same thing on our port side, carpeted storage underneath. The amps for your stereo are down there. As for stereo, there's a bunch of different head unit controllers. So you've got another one over here on the left side. Then you've got the head unit on the left side of the helm. So plenty of options to access and adjust the stereo. Side inlays, got this cool backlit MasterCraft badging. A couple heater outlets over here. More stereo, JL interior speakers. Down below, we also have a 10-inch sub. And there's another small sub up in the bow. There's a pull-out cooler down here. So that sits nicely there. You can choose to turn that off or on. There's just a little switch, so it's obviously if you get the boat turned off, probably not going to want to use that. This side over here on the port side has this adjustable lean back, so you can face backwards. Kind of have this co-captain lounge over here where you can face forwards, and then this bolsters up here for you as well. Cup holders, here's a closer look. You had some charging ports, some storage cubbies and whatnot down there. Glove box in the door here. If we open up the door, you can option a head on this boat. This one doesn't have it, so you just have this big, I don't know, changing room, storage area, whatever you want to use it for. It's got a little shelf around there and something to hang wet life jackets on, which is, I don't know if that's what it's truly for, but that's what I would use it for, because this has a drain that goes down to the bilge. That is your filler cushion for the rear part of the boat. So, actually forgot to touch on this. This seat here, you can reach up, pull on it, and it goes totally flat, which I think is super cool. And then that filler cushion goes in right here. So you can turn this back into the boat into like a big bed or like lounging area. And then if you want, you also have wake view seating that way. Seat lifts up, kick it forward, sits right back into place. Back onto the front here. Let's close this up. Helm is, again, stereo head unit over here on the left. Across the top, you've got the toggle for your heater, nav lights, storage lights, courtesy lights, analog gauges across the top, which are super cool. Engine diag, fuel levels, all that stuff's up there. There's a couple tweeters for your stereo on the top there as well. And then down here on the right, we have our touchscreen dash. So we can run, there's your hour meter there, obviously, and all your engine diagnostics. But you can run your ballast and trim for the surf system. I don't know if this has the video option on it. Let's find out. It does not have the video option on it. And then your stereo. So a lot of stereo, a lot of ways to get to the stereo. And lastly, we've got rider presets in here for whatever, surfing, wakeboarding, skiing. There's also manual switches here for your ballast. So this has the 1, 2, 3 ballast locations. I think those are your lights for the tower. And left and right for your surf system, and then your center plates there. Big driver's seat, it does recline, slide swivels, all that fun stuff. Cool setup. Chopped windshield. Got the mirror. It's up. Leading up into the front. Right here is your trash can. Great spot for it. Air dam folds out, locks into place. And then the bow is huge. Tons of space up here. Tons of room to stretch out. And again, another Fusion head unit. Anybody on this boat that wants to play with the volume, well, you're in luck, because you don't even have to get up out of your seat to do it. They've got that on lock here. But yeah, tons of seating. It's got bow filler cushions, but you can take those out. There's that sub I was talking about. And storage underneath all the seats. There is a bow ladder up there if you flip open that hatch. And bow armrests. Boom. So, lots going on. It's a cool boat. Awesome shape. Like I said, there's really like, I couldn't really find anything on the interior. This has been really, really well taken care of. So let's get some running footage of this X-26.
Questions, give us a call, 317-845-9253.